Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Zarena and what is the bomba tea? Yeah. What's up? Subscribe, will ya? Honestly, I would say excuse my appearance, but I feel like I look good anyways. Do you know what I mean? I was gonna I told myself that I was gonna actually start like looking presentable on YouTube and like my social media and stuff like that. But then I got my reds this morning. Mother Nature decided to knock on my door twice this month. Oh my God. Actually, do you know what? I don't personally believe in TMI. So if you feel like this is TMI, that's actually your own business. That's not my business. If you're on the channel, you have to be open to everything and anything. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, come on, get a grip. But from women to women, for all my women out there, I'm talking to you guys, I guess. But yeah, like this is my second reds, like my second period in this month alone, which is so messed up. Because obviously I know that I don't know if you guys go through this, but for me, like my reds change every couple of months. And the way I track my cycle anyway is by the moon. Because you know we're a spiritual babe out here. Man, fuck the apps, man. I don't use any of the apps because I think that's weird. It's like, why are you collecting my period cycle data? Like, that's so weird. So I track my cycle through the moon. So before I used to go by the new moon, and then my period changed, and then I went by the full moon from like the first of this month. I mean, not this month, of this year, like I started the year. And now my period has changed again. So now I think I'm, like now, I don't know, like now I think it's like the waxing or the weaning. Like from people that know what like the moon phase is, you get what I'm trying to say. But yes, I have to track that now. But broski, I'm going through right now. So excuse my appearance, I guess. Here, on this side of on this aspect of this channel, it's gonna be like a lot more like intimate and like more deeper discussions, because a lot of things that like I want to talk about, especially things like spirituality and like astrology, or like even like healing your traumas and stuff like that I want to talk about, that not that I feel like other people will not be able to talk about, but not everybody has enough. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like just some things that I want to talk about just on my own accord, and that like I want to talk about like my own experiences and like even give you advice, things that I've gone through that I know a lot of people go through as well. So and it's a bit more intimate, it's a bit more one-on-one type of vibe, and you guys get to really like understand me and get to know me for me. Judging by the title, I guess you can really tell what the topic is for today, which is people pleasing. And as a recovering people pleaser myself and still in recovery mode, I thought it'd be the best topic to talk about, since I've kind of went through that phase and I'm coming out of it now, and I'm slowly starting to like, you know, see the light. So yeah, I thought I might as well talk about it because I know a lot of people go through that stuff. So yeah, sit back, relax, subscribe, like, share, comment, and if you also have your own like experiences with this, let's discuss in the comment section. So yeah, big pussy prayer, let's go. For all my people pleasers out there, first things first, stop. Like, I know it's easier said than done, because I know a lot of people pleasing or like people pleasers stem from, like, I know a lot, like, okay, how do I even, okay, let's start from the start. I know people pleasing itself, it's not a you problem, like in a sense where I'm saying like it didn't trigger because of you, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of it does stem from your childhood, and this is from my own like realization of myself, and my own self-reflection that I've learned within myself. A lot of it does stem, like, not even a lot of it, it does stem from your childhood, like, period, and from like the people that you surround yourself by, and more time from your family members, specifically your parents. And obviously, this is no tea, no shade to the parents out there. I'm just speaking the truth. I'll be so real. And you know what it is, yeah? I've also noticed that a lot of people pleasers, maybe just because, like, obviously, I'm a black woman myself. I'm African, I'm Nigerian. I'm a Yoruba, me, do you know what I mean? I'm a Yoruba, name me a swagger. I got too much swagger. But, yeah, I've noticed a lot just from, like, talking to people that a lot of people in the black community are people pleasers. Men and women. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not secluded to just one gender. And a lot of it, and if you really like dig enough when it comes to like people and talking to people, it does stem from their parents. And a lot of it does stem from like trying to uphold standards and expectations from your parents that you simply just cannot meet as a child. And that's what it is. Like a lot of the time, like especially with like Black children, African children, like we get like there's a lot of expectations being placed upon us. And you know what? I'm gonna even narrow it even down to like autistic children and like children that just have that little that little tweak to them. And like obviously I'm a product of such category. I don't like to call myself autistic. I hate using, I feel like, do you know what? Yeah, we're going to stick with a little bit. I feel like the terminology that's used for people that like have like ADHD and stuff like that, I feel like it's so condescending. And that's why I hate labeling myself certain things like autistic or stuff like that. Or like, I'd rather just say neurodivergent. I feel like it's such a nicer word to say. But I just hate those words. Like or even like mentally ill. Like I hate those terminologies. Like it sounds so like disgusting to me. Do you know what I mean? Like as if, I don't know, it's just very much side eye. So that's just my own 2 cents. But yeah, I feel like especially like with African kids that like are on the neurodivergent side of life, like people pleasing comes pretty much natural to us. Do you know what I mean? Especially if it's a thing, especially on the academic side of things. Like if you are a child that does not really like thrive on the matrix, in the matrix, and your brain is just more on the creative side of life, people pleasing does manifest a lot within us. And for me and my own personal experience, like it really did mess me up. I won't even lie. Like, do you know what? Yeah, I think it also played a part in why I had a lot of identity issues. And I lacked a lot of like self-worth and stuff like that, because obviously it was down to just wanting to please your parents. Like it was down to just wanting to make sure that like, and I think, do you know what? I feel like I'm all over the place right now, but don't worry, it'll make sense at the end. But like, I think for me, because of how like my family dynamic was, a lot of it, and obviously I'm the middle child. You know what they say about the middle children, But this recording, yeah, this okay. Obviously, because like I'm the middle child, so I think a lot of it did stem from like wanting to like please my parents. I wanted to make sure that like that everybody was good, because I think like, how am I trying to say, like for me it really did stem from just wanting to make sure that I wasn't the troubled child. I wanted to make sure that like I wasn't causing anybody pain, or I wasn't causing anybody like distress, and like my presence and me being alive and me just being me wasn't, honestly, ultimately it just wasn't enough. So it was like you had to like overextend yourself so that like your parents can like be okay with you and be happy with you and stuff like that. So I think that's where like my people pleasing tendencies came about, was just wanting to be like accepted and wanting people to like me and wanting people to like be okay with me and to accept me as but to just accept me, but ultimately it did more harm than good, because that made me not be me. Like it made me not show who I really was. And I think I said back to what I was saying before, I think that's why I had a lot of identity issues, specifically in secondary school. Like secondary school was rough for me personally, like internally. Like I was not who I am today. I was not myself whatsoever in secondary school. Like a lot of it did stem from not wanting to show people who I actually was, because I was scared that people weren't gonna like who I actually am. Because at home, me being me wasn't tolerated. Me being me wasn't appreciated. Me being me wasn't acceptable. Do you know what I mean? So when I was outside or when I was in school, I was interacting with other people, I had to conceal a lot of who I actually was. And I think that's why like I also struggled to like with like the certain like friendships and certain like dynamics that I had, and the certain like groups that I was in secondary school, because it's like I just didn't want to show people who I actually was because I was scared that they weren't going to like who I actually was. And people not liking me was an issue for me. Do you know what I mean? Because I think it was looking like a fear of abandonment as well that I had as well at that time. But that also triggered into me as well for my people pleasing tendencies. Like a lot of it, like that's what I always say, that like issues stem from other issues. So me being a people pleaser then also led to like my fear of abandonment, that led to me having identity issues, that led to be like letting anybody and everybody treat me the way they wanted to treat me, even when it was like especially like people that wanted to treat me like disgustingly, and even like my relationships with like men and stuff like that, and how like I let men treat me and like abuse me and stuff like that. Like a lot of that just stemmed from that too, because it was like I just wanted love. I wanted people to just accept me. I wanted people, I not even accept me, I just wanted people to like me. I wanted people to like let me into their space, and like so that I could feel at peace with myself. But whoa, that got really deep. That got deep real fucking quick. What the hell? But on this channel we're open, we're vulnerable. I really want to be like as vulnerable as I can allow myself to be on this channel specifically, because I don't know, I feel like not only does it like help me become more in touch with who I am and my emotions, and like allow myself to actually like open up to my own self, but it also, I know, like, also, like, to be able to relate with other people as well. Like, I know a lot of people go through the same shit that I have gone through myself, or a lot of people have gone through similar things. So, like, even just to be able to develop that level of, like, relativity with you guys, I want to be able to, like, have that level of vulnerability. Because obviously I'm a Taurus. No, I'm joking. No, but for real though, like, I tend to, if you guys are into astrology, I'm a 10th house moon. Which is ruled by Capricorn. So like, I don't like, even with Capricorn moons as well, like, or even just earth signs in general, like we tend to like hold all of our emotions inside. Like emotions are not the easiest when it comes to us and being able to express that side of ourselves. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to like allow myself to like, you know, be vulnerable and to like feel my feelings and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyways, that's kind of like my own backstory with people pleasing, stuff like that. Obviously, now that I'm on the other side of things, I look back at myself and I'm like, wow, like that shit really fucks you up, man. Like it really, really does. And it's like, I don't know. It's just, it's a weird contrast. And like, even just seeing myself change and evolve as I get older, and like being able to set boundaries. Broski, who would have thought setting boundaries was the hardest thing to do as a recovering people pleaser? Like, you would think being able to say no to somebody, or being able to stand up for yourself, or being able to stand your ground, and being able to like tell someone to go suck a cock, do you know what I mean, if they're treating you like shit, was going to be the hardest thing ever as a recovering people pleaser. Like, it's not easy. Like, if you're somebody out there that actually wants to like step into the truth and like get out of people pleasing, let me tell you this right now, it's not easy. It will never be easy, but I'm telling you, the rewards is the most empoweringest, brilliantest. Yeah, it's just all of it. Like, it's so empowering. Like, the feeling you get, the thrill that you get from like honing into yourself and like loving yourself and trusting yourself and standing firm within yourself and like standing in your boundaries is like so freaking powerful. And then you start to then like understand how you are with other people and how you let other people treat you as well. You start to pick up on people's behavior, people's patterns and stuff like that. So I'd really recommend it for all my people pleasers out there to start going into your self-healing journey and to start learning how to like uphold boundaries for yourself, because once you do, the power that you gain is unmatched, my nigga. So I guess some tips I can give for you guys out there that want to get out of your people pleasing phase, because it is a phase at the end of the day. Like, if you want it to be a phase, it'll be a phase. You don't have to be a people pleaser for the rest of your life, especially if you're like from like 17 to like 25. I say that's the best age to start like breaking down those people pleasing tendencies, because the older you get, the harder it is to like release certain like traits that you developed as a child, and certain like trauma triggers that you developed as a child, it's harder to do that. So like if you're within that bracket, start now. I'm telling you, your future self will love you for it if you don't start now. Do you know what I mean? But for me, I guess the way I did it anyways, I don't even know how I did it. I think, the way I did it first and foremost was understanding myself first and foremost. Why did I say that again? Understanding myself, understanding what I wanted from myself, understanding the types of relationships that I wanted for myself, understanding how I wanted to be loved, how I wanted to be treated. Like, a lot of it does stem from self-respect. And let's be very honest, like, I think, and being self-aware, yeah, like, a lot of it, I think, man, I'm so all over the place with this video, man, fucking hell. But this is me, man, this is actually me. I don't even know how to explain. This is genuinely me. Like, there's so many things that are going on in my brain that it's hard for me to express myself sometimes. But, like, I feel like being a people pleaser comes from lack of self-respect, and you have to have that level of self-awareness at the end of the day to be able to like change. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's same thing with like addictions. Like, you have to be able to like admit and acknowledge that you have a problem first, so you can actually fix it. And yeah, so when it comes to that thing, like, it is a lack of respect. It's a lack of self-respect. It's a lack of self-love. It's a lack of integrity. It's a lack of confidence within yourself, and you have to be able to you have to be able to accept that and admit that and know that, do you know what? The reason why I let people treat me the way they treat me, the reason why I let people walk all over me, the reason why I disrespect myself so that other people can feel comfortable and other people can feel good about themselves, is because I don't respect myself. I don't love myself. I don't cherish myself. Do you know what I mean? And once you're able to like admit that to yourself, I'm telling you, the only way is up from there. And even being able to admit that is going to be very, very hard. You may even cry. Like, I know I broke down so many times coming to that realization, because it's like, bro, like, back to even when I was saying like how like I was with men and like how I let men treat me and like my experiences with men in the past, like I know like the abuse that I endured. Obviously, it's not my fault. It's never your fault for the shit that you go through. But you have to also take a level of responsibility as well, because it's like you allowed those people to treat you the way you did. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like if you are somebody that like doesn't take shit, people will know just from your vibe shit off that they can't mess with you, because if you try me, well, I'll go and do something. Do you know what I mean? Like, people, like, if you act like weird, people will be like, okay, yeah, let me behave around her, because she will kill me. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's where it stems from. Like, people treat you the way they want to treat you because they know that they can treat you the way they want to. Do you know what I mean? So even being able to accept that and know that, like, I don't love myself, I don't respect myself, and that's why people will walk all over me and I just allow it to happen, is because of that. And as I said, that will come with a lot of like breakdowns, with a lot of crying, with a lot of pain in your heart. But as I said, you have to reach rock bottom. The only way you have to reach rock bottom, because once you get to rock bottom, the only way is up at that point. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes you have to break yourself down so you can build yourself back up. Wow. Word. I'm spitting fire today, guys. Okay, what do I want for myself? How do I want people to see me? How do I, what vision do I have for myself? When I think, okay, let's not even go to yourself. When I think of like a person that's just about their shit, and like a person that like is in their in their power, in their truth, like, how would I want that version of me to show up? Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to see yourself as that bad bitch, that real ass nigga. Like, do you know what I mean? You have to see yourself of like the person that nobody can play with, the person that's confident, that's powerful, that. Do you know what I mean? Like they have healthy relationships, and like people respect them, and people treat them with love and compassion, and like that person attracts that type of energy. You have to see yourself as that, and then show up as that individual. Do you know what I mean? Even if you have to fake it for a while, because I won't lie, a lot of it is going to be you just having to like play a role. And I will forever and ever and ever go by fake it till you make it, until it becomes your reality. Because that's the best way of manifestation. I'll be so real. You have to just fake that personality or fake that persona until it becomes who you naturally are. Because then like when you go out into the real world and you interact with people as that person, people then start to associate you as that person. And then you kind of naturally end up becoming that person, because it's kind of, you've played that role so much that it just becomes your day-to-day life. Do you know what I mean? And that's simply that's just usually how manifestation works. Even things like wanting to change your career, wanting to change your life, wanting to attract more money in your, like that's like goes for everything. Like, do you know what I mean? Once you start doing that, no cap, that's gonna come with a lot of like people side-eyeing you. I'll be so real, because like even for me, once I started to like develop boundaries and like instill them and to tell myself like, okay, if you can't treat me with respect, if you can't abide by my standards and abide by my boundaries, and if you can't, like, if you don't meet a certain standard that I want from myself and I want it for my relationships, then you can fuck right off. Do you know what I mean? And when you start setting those boundaries and you start showing up as your best self, the people in your past, the people that took advantage of you being a people pleaser and took advantage of and gained from you not having boundaries and gained from you not loving yourself and not respecting yourself, are going to switch up on you so quick. They're going to make you feel so shit about yourself. They're going to side eye you like there's no tomorrow. Some people may even like go to the extent of like projecting their insecurities onto you and trying to like pull you down and try to downplay you and try to make you feel like shit. Like, there's people that will go to the extent of like doing the most just because you want to better yourself and you are trying to set boundaries and you're trying to like develop a level of self-respect and you're trying to actually like love yourself. And I'm telling you, once you start to clock those type of people, you'll realize who actually is for you and who's actually not. Because the people that took advantage of you not being that bad bitch will start to switch up on you. And that is when the devil will reveal himself. That is when the devil will reveal himself. And once those people start to behave bookie, that is the point where you need to cut those motherfuckers off. That is when you need to cut those motherfuckers off. Or even if it's a thing where it's like family members, that's when you need to start distancing yourself. Or even sometimes go no contact if it's that deep. I won't even lie. Obviously, like, I don't know, like, I'm not really in a stage of my life right now where I can talk about, like, my family side of things. I feel like I'm still healing from that. I'm still dealing with that whole side of things. So maybe when I get to a stage where I'm comfortable enough to say it, I'll talk about that with you guys. But, but just know that if your family is a part of that, and if your family are one of those people that took advantage of you being a people pleaser, you will start to see a change in their behavior as well. And it's the most fucked up, it's the most weirdest thing to encounter, because obviously you think that, oh, their family, like, why they would never take advantage of me, or they would never treat me as such, or they would never do such a thing to me. But I'm telling you, especially if like you're the black sheep of the family, or if you're the person that the universe has decided to make as the generational curse breaker or generational trauma breaker, I'm telling you, it'd be the closest people to you that will switch up on you real fucking quick. I'll tell you that for free. It'll be the closest people to you that took the most advantage out of you, that caused you to be that for their own benefit. And it's really hard. It's really hard to accept that, because obviously those are the people that you've spent the most time with growing up. So it can be very hard to like like to like accept that and to like have to maneuver around that. And I'm still trying to do that. I'm still trying to figure out myself around that as well. But that's life, man. I still have my nights where like I'll wake up and just break down crying, or like it'll be tough for me to go to sleep because I'm just thinking about everything, about life, about my past, about all the shit that I've let slide, all the trauma that I've endured, all the abuse I've endured. Yeah, it'll have you crying, man. It'll have you breaking down. It'll have you on the verge of like, it'll have you messed up, man. I won't even lie. Like it psychologically, mentally messes you up. I won't even lie. Like I still go through those moments till this day, my nigga. Like even last night, I get like, okay, how do I explain this that without sounding crazy? But like I get like dreams. Like I get like messages in my dreams. Like you know how there's people that like see things, they hear things. Like you know like just like those like people that have like spiritual gifts and like psychic gifts, stuff like that. So I get like a lot of like, is it premonitions? Is that what they call them? Like when you get messages in your dreams, like I get a lot of those. And it's like, and you know what's so crazy? I've been getting them since I was young, but I thought they were just like just, I didn't think there was any meaning to them until I got older and my intuition got stronger. Oh my God. Wait, guys. Oh my God. For anybody out there, yeah, man, follow your intuition. Do you know how, especially women, a woman's intuition is the most strongest thing in this world. I kid you not. If you get dreams that like you can proper vividly remember and like it leaves an impact on you, like it makes you feel some type of way, man, I kid you not, there's always a message behind that. Like the dreams, oh my God, the things that I've like encountered from having dreams, like for me, the way my dreams work is like not every dream I have means something. Like sometimes I'll dream and I'll forget it once I wake up. But there's some dreams that like till I had when I was younger, and I mean like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that I still remember vividly till this day. And it's only now that I understand why I had that dream, because the way like life like manifested for me, now I understand why I had that dream when I was younger. It's like the older I get, the stronger the dreams become, and like the more I'm able to like understand them. And then like as I go through life, I'll remember back in my dream and I'm like, oh shit, now I understand. Do you get what I'm like? Man, it's the craziest thing. That's why I know for a fact that I'm psychic, or like I have some type of like spiritual powers, like God knows, because like that's why, like, because I always had a feeling that I did when I was younger, but obviously, like, you know, you can be a bit skeptical sometimes. A lot of people demonize things like that. Even the people that I was around anyways demonized a lot of things like that. So me like thinking that way, thinking that I had powers, like even saying that sounds so like side-eye, like, do you know what I mean? But like it really, like, no, like if you feel like you have some type of spiritual gifts, I'm telling you, hone in on it, like proper, like develop it, and you never know. Like I think obviously as human beings we are spiritual beings as well, not just like in this physical realm. Like we do have spiritual sides to us as well. Some people have just that extra bit of like, a bit more connected to the spiritual realm than others. And if you feel like you are one of those people, I'm telling you, tap into that, because the things that you can unlock, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's like, the more things start to like develop, and like the more I tap into myself, and like I'm going on this healing journey, and like I learn to like trust myself and to love myself, and to like, I don't know, the more things that I manifest in my life, the stronger my intuition becomes, the stronger my abilities become. And it's like, I don't know, it's so weird, but I love it though. So it's like, even last night, like I had this dream that fucked me up. Like I woke up in such distress. And it's like, so now I'm kind of like trying to figure out why I know why I had that dream, but I'm trying to figure out like what I'm supposed to do with that information now. Do you get what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at right now. Obviously I don't want to say the dream because like I feel like that's a bit on the more personal side of things. But guy, tap into your dreams. I like even, and you know what's so crazy, yeah? Okay, first of all, I don't know how the fuck we got from people pleasing to dreams, but this is some tea right now, because even like when it comes to like the whole dream side of things and like getting like visions and stuff like that, like it saved me so much trauma. It has saved me so much. Like I'll have dreams about certain people or like certain events, and then it's like from that, it's like, okay, clearly I need to like, watch out for this person. And I kid you not, within a month, something would have fucked up within that relationship with somebody, or within that dynamic with somebody. And I'm like, I knew it. I fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, anyways, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, you get what I'm trying to say, innit? Like, obviously, as I said, I'm still learning, I'm still evolving, I'm still growing, I'm still trying to like find myself and figure myself out. So if anybody else out there is also a recovering people pleaser, please like give me advice in the comments as well. Let's all help each other out. Do you know what I mean? Like, nobody deserves to like go through this shit alone, because it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all, at all, at all, at all. And whoever tells you this is a fucking fool, man. Is a liar. That boy's a liar. That boy's a liar. They doesn't see it. You're not looking at me, boy. But yeah, I hope I made any bit of sense. If I made any bit of sense, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. If you guys want to talk about anything else as well, let me know in the comments. And yeah. Bye.